What's up, Fort Knox? Welcome back to my channel. As you can see in the title, we're talking about something that is a little bit, I don't know if it's heavy, but it's kind of close to my heart, simply because you guys know I talk about this kind of thing on my channel all the time. There's some fun stuff on here, but we also talk about trans issues here on my channel, and that's because I am transgender. And some things that are going on in the media right now just kind of moved me to chorus, moved me to try to want to talk about this. You know, there's some things going on in the media because Nikita Dragun, who's a transgender YouTuber and media personality, she put out a single, and apparently in the single she's talking about a lot of different things, but she's specifically talking about the guys in the industry that have been attracted to her and guys that she has dated in the industry, and kind of calling people out who've been in her DMs and all those kind of things. Now, while I have never met Miss Nikita Dragun, and I do follow her on social media, I've never met her. I don't know her. But the reason that I want to talk about this is because this does hit kind of close to home. The reason I feel qualified to talk about it is because, one, I am transgender, I am in the public eye, and I have also dated celebrities. And so a lot of people, some of you may know or may not. I think I may have talked about it a little bit on this channel before, and you might have seen something in the media before. I don't know. But I just think it's very interesting. It's an interesting topic. It's something we need to talk about. I think there was also something in it where she talks about cisgender women also. So I kind of want to touch on that too. But before I get into this topic, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. If you have not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe, hit like, comment below, tell me your thoughts, whether you agree with me, whether you don't agree with me. Let's have an open conversation. I'm open to many ideas. Anything that I speak about here on my channel is definitely something that I speak about from experience, and my experience in the trans experience. So let me just put that disclaimer out there. But let's go get into it. So I don't know the specifics of everything that's been talked about this. I saw my friend T.S. Madison talk about it on her channel, and you know, it's been written up in the media, and I've read a couple articles here and there, and I did listen to the song, but I think there's a bigger issue that needs to be talked about here than just like, oh, this is just a cheeky kind of, thing. And she's just kind of talking about like calling out these guys and all this stuff. And there's this air of about feeling better than cisgender women. And I think that sometimes is something that we tend to get a bad rap for, is thinking that we're better than cis women, that we are cis women, that we can like take your man, we can do all these different things. There's so many interesting things, and so many interesting conversations and opinions about this. And for my stance on it is, I don't agree with it. As Madison said on her channel, when I was watching yesterday, we all came from cis women. So I'll never think I'm better than a cis woman. I will never think that I am a cis woman. I don't perpetuate to be one. I am a trans woman. I stay in my lane. But I think it is a very irresponsible thing, I want to say, to basically, and see, I get like, I'm nervous about, not nervous about this topic, but here's the thing, I don't want to offend anybody, and how you put your art out is how you express your art, and maybe this is what's happening in your life and you're just telling your story. But the thing is, I am not an advocate for, one, thinking that you're better than cisgender women, because I'm not, first of all, better than anybody, not even the next trans girl. Two, I'm also not, just because we can all exist in the world at the same time. That's my biggest thing, is we can all exist in the world at the same time. And we don't always get a lot of respect from cisgender women. That's just the gist of it. Things like this make it harder for them to respect us. But I hope that they don't hope you cis women, I hope that you don't think that what Nikita is saying speaks for all of us or we feel all the same way. I also hope that cis men or heterosexual men don't think that we all think this way either. So let's talk about let's start with the dating and talking to or celebrity men being in the DMs and talking to her and all this stuff. I've had men be in my DMs before. I've dated celebrity men. I've dated some in the past that didn't want people to know or were very secretive about it. And I've talked to you guys before about how I feel about that and what my stance is on um, really just being somebody's dirty little secret. I've talked about that on another video. I'll try to link that video in here. But my thing is, this is the kind of thing that keeps men from wanting to date a trans woman openly. I think this contributes to DL culture. And I don't think that's a good thing. I think that's actually really bad because it makes it seem like it's a bad thing or it's a thing that should be secretive or like, ha ha ha, we're picking at you or calling you out. I, for one, because I think it's very dangerous, physically dangerous, and also just socially irresponsible to call out a guy who has been in my DMs, no more than whether he's famous or not famous. I just know dating wise, I will never go on a date with or date a guy who tries to hide me in any kind of way. Not saying that if you date me or that we have to be like, you have to flaunt me around town or to all your friends and your family or whoever. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is just the secretness of it. Private is one thing, secret is another thing. I'm all for being private. You guys know I'm very private, but I'm not secretive at all. Nor do I want to be somebody's dirty little secret. That's just not good for my self-esteem. And I also value myself more than that now. I didn't always. But we all know that there are men, or at least in the trans community, we definitely know that there are men who are, especially celebrities, that are known for liking the trans girls, liking the girls. Um, and that's cool. Like, that's totally fine. We know that there's some that are closeted, not closeted, because if you like a trans woman is a woman, so it's like, it's not saying that you're gay, but there's the stigma that goes with that and people thinking that maybe you are gay for liking a trans woman or that you're weird or whatever, just because it hasn't been um, it's always been a taboo thing, a kind of a closeted kind of thing. But the thing is as trans women, we're not hiding anymore. And because we're not hiding, we're not willing to be hidden. And so we're not, as trans women start to come forward and start to, live our lives out loud and unapologetically and just kind of, mingle with the rest of society and also are in places of power and influence, then we are, with that comes the men that love us. And I always say that it's going to take someone who women love and men respect and want to be like to end this whole stigma, show up with a trans girl on a red carpet. It has to be someone who's in the public eye simply just because that's how a lot of people guide their lives. They do what celebrities do. I hope that happens more. And there have been guys who have come forward that are attracted to trans women. And some people that I've been involved with have. So, yeah, I just think that it's not doing anybody a service when you are trying to out a bunch of people because there's the stigma that trans women want to, if you're into a trans woman, she's going to out you. And I don't think anybody should be outed no matter who you are. Everyone should come out whenever they're ready to come out and say that they are dating or they like what they like. I don't think there even has to be a declaration anymore. It's like, why do you need to declare who you are anymore, what you love, as long as you're not hiding it and hurting anybody else? But, to each their own. Maybe Nikita had some things she wanted to get off her chest. But for me, I just think that it is you're more likable. Maybe she doesn't care about being likable. Maybe she wanted to sell a record. Maybe she wanted to, be provocative in that way just on purpose. I get it. But, posting all these people, it can be very dangerous for her. They could try to do physical harm to her. And, there's been rumors about guys all the time. And we don't want to vilify a guy for liking us or say that, oh, he likes trans girls. See, I told you didn't have, like that's just ridiculous. That's crazy. And cis women, don't think that we're trying to take your place. We're trying to take your man or anything like that. We want to coexist with you. We are your sisters. We are not your enemies. And that's just something quick that I wanted to say to everyone. We'll try to talk about this a little more on my channel. But I'm never for outing someone who hasn't spoken their truth themselves first. And I'm also just, you know, I don't know. Tell me what you think. That's just my feeling on it. It's just really like bad taste to just be like, oh, this guy likes me and that guy likes me. And see, your favorites are all in my DMs. Guess what? Yes, your favorites are in my DMs. Your favorites are in all of our DMs. And some of us have compared notes. Me and some of my girlfriends have compared notes. And there are guys that we have in common or that have hit us up in common. But that's our business and that's their business. But it doesn't warrant a thing of saying like, oh, see, I told you I can get him, like whatever. Like that just makes people hate you. Like and listen, I like Nikita from what I've seen on her page. Some things can be a little problematic, but I love that she's unapologetic. Just not the way that I would have done things, just not, anything that I'm ever going to do. So don't go down the comments and say, tell us, spill it, tell us who was in your, because what good is that going to do? That's just voyeurism, and you guys just want to, gossip and talk about it. Those guys know who they are, and I know who they are. And so what, I guess maybe it's an ego booster saying I'm so fabulous because the hottest guys are into me. They're into you, but they're also into me too, sweetie. Like, I don't know. But anyway, that's just my take on it. Drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think, because I really would like to know what you guys think. And yeah, I would love to hear from you. And make sure, again, you subscribe to the channel. Watch some other videos in the series. I'm going to post the series in the cards here. But I love you guys for watching. And thank you so much. I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.